Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going way better than fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going way better than fantastic as well. Today I want to talk about something very important. Because shame is one of the biggest tools in the toolbox of not only the run-of-the-mill narcissist, but of society narcissism. And those that push narcissism in our society. You see, those of us that feel deeply, we can oftentimes sense danger for other people. We actually read people very well in most instances. And we can warn a friend or family member about someone else that might not be good for them, though they are pretending to be all wonderful. And just like clockwork, everything we said would happen to them ends up happening. Not in all instances, but in a great many instances. We see most of the things we warned them about come to pass. But what happens when it comes to us? Why are we unable to see what is about ready to happen to us? And I'm talking about after learning about narcissism and how the narcissist snares its prey. It's because there are many tools that need to stay sharp in how one lives their life, and how they interact with the world. And one of those tools is to have the ability to not be ashamed of one's gut feelings and one's gut instincts. Here's an example. I've talked to people about certain things that are happening in the world. And when I say talk to them, I mean in a light-hearted way. Because I know and realize, not everyone is ready for a deep conversation. And I hear all the time, oh, it can't be that bad. I'm sure it will get sorted out. There is this to consider and there is that to consider. So forth and so on. You rarely hear, there are some evil people, some ruthless people in the world. People you might have given your trust to run things. And they can't admit that they are doing not only a horrible job, but to even think of the possibility that it all might be intentional. Now their response sounds very familiar, doesn't it? That's how many of us sounded when we first noticed the red flags of a new narcissist in our life. Just like the old narcissist we were once with. It can't be that bad. I'm sure there is a logical explanation for their behavior. Maybe they are stressed out from school. Maybe they are stressed out from work. And little by little, by making such excuses of these people, we allow them to drag us into deep water. Here's what I want to ask all of you. How often in any of your relationships with a possible narcissist or anyone else for that matter, did you come home from work and just start an argument with your boyfriend or girlfriend? Or husband or wife? More than likely you didn't. More than likely you didn't. And if you grew up in a home where there was narcissistic abuse and mistreatment, you likely just want to be loved and to love others. You more than likely see no point to just taking out your frustrations onto others. So if you can control yourself, why can't they? And this is what not only the narcissist in your life, or in a one-on-one setting, or when we are talking about societal narcissism, meaning those that run the show, they are banking on you will think and believe that no one could be so evil to do such things on purpose. Because they know the more they give them the benefit of the doubt, the more of an opportunity they have to get their hooks into your life, and gain control over everything you do. Narcissists want you to be ashamed of saying the word no. If someone just out of the blue disrespects you, it's not your job to dig and find out why they did what they did. All you know is they did it. Now, don't hold anger and bitterness in your heart. However, be thankful you seen what you just seen. I mean, here's the thing. The person might have did what they did because of an undiagnosed mental illness. Which is really sad. But it's not your job to force them to go to the doctor or try to talk with them over and over again to understand why they treat you poorly. Because even a person with an undiagnosed mental illness might see you as a doormat and will use you as such. Toxic is toxic is toxic. And we must get over that hump of feeling ashamed about feeling some kind of way when some we like and we might even care about treats us poorly. Because here's the thing that we know. When someone treats you poorly, it usually repeats itself. Over and over and over again. They might not treat you poorly for another 6 more months. Or it might even be a year. But somewhere down the line, it's likely coming. Pretend that you are giving advice for someone else, when you are really talking about yourself. You know you would likely tell that person, if they are going to treat you like this now, and you did nothing wrong, then somewhere down the line it's going to happen again. Even if they gave some sort of an apology. It's my theory. No matter if a person is a narcissist or not, is if someone treats another person poorly out of the blue. No matter if they are a narcissist or not. This is very important. No matter if they are a narcissist or not. They are treating this person poorly for the main purpose to see what this other person is willing to accept and what they can get away with. I don't think it has much to do with simply taking out the frustration of the day on someone they love. I think the very first time it happens is because they want to see if you will take it and if they can do it again. And if this is the case, why be ashamed for feeling this way? If your gut is telling you this is wrong, it's okay to walk away from this person. And here's the added part to this. You have to tell yourself, if you are wrong about it and them, it's okay because you still protected yourself. And hopefully this other person learned a valuable lesson to never treat someone like that ever again. But in society we see it all day every day happening. Getting lied up one side and down the other by those that are supposed to have our best interests at heart. And despite being lied to like that, people still support them. And not only support them, they hold them up in high regard. Those that are in such high up positions that are possibly narcissists. I bet they get a big dose of narcissistic supply each and every day. Knowing they can lie and lie and lie. And treat people poorly. Yet, they can control the every move people make simply because people kept trusting them even though they have lied more times than one can count. But in society, if you say what you think, you might get shamed. And normally I would say, keep it to yourself. And to a degree I still think that. Because sometimes speaking to certain issues and certain people about such issues is a waste of time. But, if certain issues aren't addressed, guess who is going to take control over such issues? That's right. Narcissists and other toxic people. So it's a bad idea to think things will just fix themselves. Because that's how narcissists are able to gain control of things, and when they do, they get worse and worse and worse. Telling you all the while, things are fine. Things are under control. This is why doing our part and talking about narcissism is a good thing. Because it allows people to see others in a way they might have never seen them before. And for them to trust their gut about these people. I believe that those that feel very deep is starting to become the minority. And narcissism, or those that might be swayed by the narcissist, is growing and growing. And the best way for those to not get ensnared by the narcissist, or to follow the narcissist lifestyle, is to learn about narcissism. And to develop the skill to not only understand the gut feeling that you are having about certain people and situations, but to not be ashamed about these feelings either. Can your gut feelings sometimes be wrong? Sure. That's why I believe not reacting to things and stepping back and thinking about it is the best way to handle most situations. And in most cases when this is done, you will come back with, there was no reason for this person to act the way they did to you. And it's okay to forgive them. But allowing this person back into your life is just the same as saying, "It's okay if you treat me poorly again." God the Heavenly Father gave us this human radar detector for a reason. It's because He wants to keep us from harm. And He wants to see us happy and to have a great life. But the devil is tricky. Anything God gives us something great, the devil comes along and corrupts it, twists it, and turns it into a mess if he can. And how does the devil do this? By convincing he has our best interests at heart. Come on. It's a great deal. Let's do this, that and the other. It will be great. And your gut might say, that doesn't sound right. How could doing such a thing be great? But they sell you on the fact that everyone else is doing it. Or everyone else is thinking and acting this way. Why aren't you? Everyone else doesn't like this person or this situation. Why don't you? Everyone else is supporting this person or that situation. Why don't you? And thus you start to feel ashamed for your gut response. And so you go along with it. And sometimes very quickly you realize you have been duped. You see, the devil messes up these gifts God has given us because the devil comes along promising us something better. And we fall for it all the time. The key is the either just say no, or to back away. Think about it, and still say no. If people can stop letting others shame them into poor decision making, narcissists wouldn't have a leg to stand on. This is why narcissists want to get in every aspect of your life. Take a look around. Take a look around. But it all starts with you. Master your feelings and emotions. Learn to trust that feeling that is telling you someone or something isn't right. Slow things down. Slow things down. Take a step back and think about things. Remember, if a car salesperson doesn't want you to read over the contract and think about things, there's a good chance something is fishy and wrong. When things are on the up and up, taking your time is okay, and is normal. But when someone is rushing you, and playing word tricks on you, and shaming and name-calling you, in order to get you to believe something different, this is a clear indication there is likely a scam going on. So how do you start to trust your gut and not be ashamed of what you are feeling? Start small. Start small. When small things happen, take them all as learning tools and slow things down and work through them. So much so, you start to develop some muscle memory to what you are doing. And talk those feeling of shame with yourself and with the Most High God. Until those feelings go away and you are left with logic, reason, and understanding. And rinse and repeat. And as you do this, you will notice that you will likely accomplish more in your life. Because you aren't hindered by those that will only bring you and your life down. It's called self-love. It's called self-betterment. It's called self-betterment. Well, that's all I have for today. I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.